They thought I'd scream. They thought I'd beg. But when I saw the flames licking that piece of paper, I laughed hard because the check they burned wasn't worth a cent. The real one was already locked in my bank's safe under my name, untouched. And in that moment, watching my parents cheer over my punishment, I realized something final. They never loved me. They loved control. It started 2 weeks before that morning, the day I won. I still remember the exact sound of the lottery numbers echoing through my tiny apartment, that slow disbelief morphing into a tremor in my hands. 2.5 million for the first time. I wasn't their disappointment. I was their golden ticket. Within hours, they arrived, uninvited of course, with forced smiles and an agenda masked as family concern. Mom called it a blessing we should all share. Dad didn't bother to sugarcoat it. He said, "You owe your sister. She's struggling." Their favorite daughter, the one who never lifted a finger, the one they always chose no matter what it cost me. I said no. Calmly, I said, "This time I keep what's mine." You'd think I'd announced a death. Mom's face twisted like she'd bitten into something rotten. Dad's voice broke into something between a sermon and a threat. They left in silence, the heavy kind of silence that comes before a storm. The next morning, I woke to the smell of smoke. My heart raced until I saw them in the backyard, standing over a metal drum. And inside it, the check. My name, my signature, burning. Mom looked triumphant. Dad said, "If you won't share, you won't get a penny." And I swear I could see a flicker of joy in their eyes, like they'd finally put me back in my place. That's when the laugh tore out of me, sharp, cold, final. They didn't know I'd replaced the check days ago. I'd made a copy, identical, except for one tiny thing. The bank watermark was missing, and the real check? It was already cashed. Every cent secured in an account under a trust they couldn't touch. But revenge, real revenge, isn't just about money. It's about making people see the truth they've spent their whole lives avoiding. So I waited. I watched. A week later, my parents received a notice from the Lottery Commission. Apparently, someone had tried to cash a void check with their names forged on the back. Security cameras don't lie. The footage showed them walking into the bank with my burnt check, and their lawyer daughter, the favorite, had signed the endorsement line. They called me desperate, screaming that I'd set them up. I didn't answer. Instead, I mailed them something small, a photo. The photo showed me standing in front of my new house, smiling. On the back, I wrote 5 words. "You taught me this." Remember, they lost everything after that. Their reputation, their pride, their perfect daughter's job. I didn't have to destroy them. They did it themselves. All I did was give them a mirror. Now, sometimes at night, I think about that moment. The fire, their laughter, their certainty that they'd won. And I wonder if they ever realized how poetic it was. They burned the symbol of my freedom. And in doing so, they set themselves alight. I didn't win $2.5 million. I earned it. Every dollar, every scar, every second of control. And that's something they could never burn. I didn't lose a family that day. I just stopped mistaking fire for warmth.